Hi, I'm back at it again, and I'm gonna keep this video very short because I don't really want to be part of the feud and I don't really want to add fire to it and stuff like that. Let me tell you this, let me explain this to you guys and stuff like that. In certain aspects, I'm scared to become, popular on YouTube and popular on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook and stuff like that. Let me tell you why. I joke a lot. I joke around my straight friends and they don't get offended and whatnot. I joke around my Spanish friends and they don't get offended. When I say joke, I'm not talking about racist jokes. I'm talking about like throw little flirtatious comments here and there and they don't get offended. I would really hate if I were to comment on Shawn Mendes, the Dolan twins, or like for example, I comment on Corey Brooks and Paul Calfor and Rob Mays and Adam Sims page all the time, calling them my fake boyfriend, my fake hubbies and whatnot. And I would hate if I become popular, if I do that, people would run and do the same thing that they're doing to James Charles doing to me. Now, I'm not saying what James Charles did was correct. What James Charles did, he was right for doing what he did, but you guys are really hounding him. Like, you guys are hounding him to the point where one thing I can honestly say, and I'm not speaking on people who unfollowed him, because half the people who unfollowed him, those are my idols and I look up to them. They probably unfollowed him on their own terms. But if you're somebody's friend and the person is down and they just made a whole video about him and they literally, how you guys would say, ended his career, whatever it is, how could you leave your friend's side? This is supposed to be by your friend through thick and thin. And on top of that, had James Charles had real friends around him, they would have told him the shit that he was doing wasn't correct. They were telling him, don't do this, don't do that, don't. Because it's okay to joke with your friends to a certain extent. See what I'm saying? So if you, let's say for example, you friend with the Dolan twins and, oh, you're cute. I mean, keep it like that. Like, don't overdo it because, social media, the Dolan twins might not even care what you're saying to them. But other people just takes it to the max and they just attack. Like, I don't know how people, like, let me tell you something. Cyber and the internet is really dangerous. It's really, really dangerous. All I'm saying is I wasn't a James Charles fan. I liked him when he was on Ellen because of the picture he took and whatnot for his prom and a graduation picture or what you call it. And I liked him. I didn't follow him on no social medias, but then he did post a video with Jeff. And Jeff was formerly from the Bad Girls Club when he got into this fight with this girl named Ty. So I watched one of his videos and whatnot. And then I think I followed him on Twitter, or I probably seen a picture of him saying that he drove in the storm to go do Iggy's makeup and whatnot. But when the whole backlash thing was happening, I'm like, well, damn, come on, James, you can't, make people feel uncomfortable. But what you will not do is blame James, because you don't understand. I have a lot of guys that are straight, that wants to sleep with me, and that wants to talk to me on the low key. That does not mean if I'm famous, you don't think that's still going to happen? That's going to happen even more, and they're going to really want me to be low key. So don't blame him talking about stuff, he uses his power, his fame to trick guys. You can't trick no guy. 100% of the time, the guy's already gay. So that I disagree with Tati on. The comments he say, true. That when you was at the dinner table, he shouldn't have said what he said. No excuses. I would joke around you like that, Tati, but then once I get around your family and your friends, I would know what to say and what not to say. But the whole him using his fame and his money to trick guys, that's some bullshit. You don't know half of the shit that the gay community goes to even speak on that. Honest to God. Because on that point in time, he literally, I'm telling you, I have messages, and I don't expose people, but I have messages where men hit me up all the time. I don't reply because you know what? I'm a different type of gay person. How do I say, like, I respect myself to the point where I wouldn't just sleep with anyone. I wouldn't just hit up anyone like, you cute, I don't care. You ugly, I don't care. I don't discriminate where you from. If I like you, I like you. We vibing, we're vibing. I will date whoever likes me. I date whoever likes me. That's how I see it. But in that case, I can honestly speak for him, and maybe he did and maybe he don't. But I'm telling you, in a similar situation, there'd be a lot of guys who will hit you up and then they want you to be low key. Maybe he said it to make himself feel good. Maybe he does that and he's wrong for doing that. Not gonna say he's right for doing that, but speaking it for experience, there is a lot of guys who do that crap, who rides up in my DMs trying to have a conversation with me and then being low key. And then, I think I have, if I'm not mistaken, like, I'm in the thousands. I think I'm like 15K followers on Instagram, 15.9 followers on Instagram. When they DM me, I just ignore it because I'm like, I don't know you. I don't want to get to know you. Like, if you come to me on a friendly level, yes, me and you will have a conversation. But if you come to me on some flirty, sending me private parts, and I don't want to see that. So the moral of the story is, please, take it easy on James, okay? Everyone makes mistakes. And you know what's crazy? I feel like if they wasn't famous, if they made the mistake behind closed doors, it wouldn't even be that big of a deal. It would not have been that big of a deal. And then on top of that, Tati had the right to feel how she feel, but going on social media and making a 42-minute video about that, like, damn, like, I understand you're hurt. You call somebody. And then what he did was wrong, Tati. Posting your rival, completely wrong. But knowing that social media, you gotta understand, when you do that to him, Tati, look what you did. Like, people's unfollowing him, unsubscribing. Everybody's like attacking him. I know that's not what you wanted because you seem very genuine. It seems like that's not what you wanted, but then that's what happens. Like, instead of calling your old friend or, cutting mutual ties or doing what you did, that's what happens. And on my timeline is James Charles. I honestly feel like people make mistakes and everybody deserves a second chance. Hopefully from this experience, James Charles changes and he becomes a better person, but everybody makes mistakes. But thank you guys for watching my video.